Okay, here we go. All right, so welcome to the webinar. I know we're going through some challenging times right now. International flights are being canceled and borders are closing and entire countries are under lockdown. Unfortunately, for many journalists, these kinds of travel restrictions are nothing new. If you are trying to report on the coronavirus around the world, Hostwriter is here to help you do so from your own country. I'm going to try to minimize this. All right, so I'm Bernadette Geyer, the Hostwriter's head of communications, and we are an open network that helps journalists to easily collaborate across borders. And journalists at all levels can join and set up a profile for free. As we are currently witnessing, whether it's the coronavirus, climate change, or international crime, in our connected world, events have effects around the globe. To tell the whole story, journalists do need to be able to work together. And in this webinar, I'm going to show you how Hostwriter can help you work together with other journalists on stories about coronavirus. So just to give you a little bit of information about Hostwriter, we were founded in 2013 by 3 female journalists, Tabea Grzesiek, Tamara Anthony, and Sandra Maria Wild. And it was founded to enable journalists worldwide to collaborate. The platform went online in May 2014, and we are now at almost 5,000 journalists from 154 countries. What do Hostwriters do? Well, using our platform, Hostwriters can offer to share advice, to collaborate with each other, or even to offer their couches for journalists visiting from other areas or countries. Now, understandably, the latter is not something that is currently possible due to all the travel restrictions for journalists and because of fears about the coronavirus. When you sign up to be on Hostwriter, you will get a profile where you put the relevant information about yourself. And as you can see here, you can look for people by the country that they are located in, by their interests, by languages that they speak. And as a member, you will be able to search the database. And this, as you can see, this is what a profile looks like. So there's a place to put a bio, information about your expertises, the different fields that you work in. And then, of course, a contact form and some recommendations we have enabled for people. We'll see a little bit more about that once I give you a peek inside. So another thing that we offer, in late 2018, we introduced our HostWIRE chat room. And this is a global crowdsourcing tool where you can interact quickly and easily with other members. This is also where you will find or share posts by people looking for collaborations, collaborators or co-authors on a wide variety of topics. Also, we have separate boards that list job opportunities, calls for pitches, as well as grant and funding opportunities. And I'll give you a closer look at that also in a moment. First, let's take a look inside the Hostwriter platform. If you are not already a member, I'm going to quickly show how you can register. So let me switch screens here. So now you can see when you go to our homepage, you'll see this screen. And then you click Start Now to register. And here's a very simple form. You input your first name, last name, your email address, confirm your email address. You will choose a password here. And this is important to save because once your profile is approved, you will need that password to log into your account. We also require that you list the city and country that you are in. This will actually make it a lot easier for other journalists to find you on Hostwriter. So this is for your benefit as well. Then here we want to make sure that everybody on our platform is a working journalist. So we request that you put a specific example of your journalism work in this field. So this will be the exact title of an article or a piece of reportage that you worked on, and then a URL, a link to where we can see that online so that we can just give a look and confirm that you are indeed a working journalist. Down here, we do like to welcome our new members on Twitter. So click here if you agree to let us mention you on Twitter. And then we also require that you agree to our terms of use and our code of ethics. And once you've filled all that out, you click register. And after you submit your application, we will review it within 1 business day. And after your application is approved, you can then log into the platform. So now we're going to switch over to see what you will see when you log in as a member. Just move this over here for a moment. So I've put in my email address and my password. Log in. And here we go. So once you're logged in, you will see a screen that looks like this. You can click for advice. This is where you will search on our membership. You can click on collaboration. This will take you to our HostWIRE message board area, our chat room. And then you click on accommodation to search for members who offer a couch to sleep on. But of course, we are going to, we're not going to talk about that today. So let's first take a look at advice, because if you're reporting on the coronavirus, this might be the first place you go to look for journalists that you can collaborate with. Now here, when you click on advice, you will see a listing of our members sorted by the last people logged in. So these will be the most recent people who have logged into the platform. You can type in a city, a country, or an interest or an expertise here. Or you can also use some of our filters over here. So here we have country, and you can scroll or just start typing the country that you're looking for, or you can search for a specific city. You can also search by an expertise. So perhaps you might be interested in biotechnology or health if you are reporting on the pandemic. Maybe you will be looking for someone who is experienced in photojournalism or is a member of organizations or speaks a particular language. Now, just to show you, let's say you are reporting in China and you're trying to find a journalist in China. Just start typing. And then it will automatically sort and see we've got 12 members who are currently located in China. Now, I am actually going to show you an example. One of our members who has been very active. I need to unclick that. So here is our member, Chen Sun. She has been doing a lot of reporting on the coronavirus in China. So she is based in Berlin, Germany. But here you can take a better look at what a full profile looks like. So you, when you set up your own profile, you put a picture, a bio. Here's a listing of expertises, working fields, organizations that she's been involved in, what she offers. She offers advice and co-authorship, languages that she's fluent in, and we also pull in, if you have a Twitter account, we will pull in your latest tweets if you include that within your profile. Then we also have recommendations. This is a newer feature that we are using just so that people can recommend a member that they've worked with that they would highly, recommend to work with other people. And then, to contact a person, you click this and then it sends an email over or a message over our platform. All right. So let's move on and we will take a look at HostWIRE. We click on collaboration and this takes you to our HostWIRE chat room. I think a lot of people must be using HostWIRE today. So in the meantime, here you can see as the categories are pulled up, you will see categories are listed by the order of which ones have been most recently active. So here you see our Arabic board, our Find a Job board, fellowships and grants for journalists, Find a co-author, tips, tools, and training, conferences and summits, and then also HostWIRE in Espanol, HostWIRE Spanish for our Spanish-speaking members, and general discussion. So if you are reporting on the coronavirus, maybe Find a Job will be one of the more interesting categories for you at the moment, because here is where you can find calls for pitches and calls for submissions on a variety of topics. And taking a look at this, you can see that actually there are some specific calls for pitches for articles about the coronavirus. So Cosmo, Vice, and Seeker in particular are looking specifically for stories about the coronavirus. But then you can see that we have many other posts for calls for pitches, as well as job opportunities on this channel. The other channel that might be most relevant to you if you are looking to write about the coronavirus pandemic is the Find a Co-author channel. And this is where, if you don't want to contact one by one author, potential authors using the other part of our platform, you can come here and post a single message that will be seen by everyone who visits HostWIRE. So here you can see someone looking for a photographer in Canada, someone looking for a co-author for a grant application, translator stringer in Northern Italy, stringer co-author in India or Delhi, Kolkata, paid collaborations. So you get the idea here. Now I'm going to head back to our slideshow quickly. All right, so now that we've seen inside the platform, we'll take a look at how some other journalists are covering the coronavirus and some of the resources that have been put out for journalists who are doing such reports. So first off, our friends at the Center for Cooperative Media in the United States have written a very helpful article on Medium, and this has a lot of information for reporters, including examples of US collaborative reports about the virus. And you can see down here the link, but you'll be able to see this better on the replay. And I will keep moving on here. So in that article that I mentioned, the Center for Collaborative Media did mention First Draft, which is an organization for journalists, and they have put together a list of resources for reporters, including guides and checklists, as well as a database of things that have been debunked as non-factual. The Solutions Journalism Network has also written a very helpful Medium article about how to take a solutions-oriented approach to reporting on the coronavirus. The Committee to Protect Journalists, they have published a helpful resource on how reporters can safely cover the pandemic. And then finally, this is very new here, the Pulitzer Center has just announced a new grant program to support journalists and newsrooms that are reporting on the coronavirus. Now, if you are working together with another hostwriter on a coronavirus story, or if you have an idea for a story, you'll want to know about one of our other projects at Hostwriter. In order to support cross-border collaborations between our members, we do offer our annual Hostwriter prizes. Now, these are for published stories or for pitches for stories that have not yet been realized. So if you are working together with another hostwriter on a coronavirus story, your story would be eligible to apply for our Hostwriter prizes once we open for applications later on this year. I want to remind you that for other valuable resources that we are sharing on an ongoing basis, please follow us on Twitter at Hostwriter, where you can just follow our news as well as news that we are sharing from our friends and partners regarding resources for journalists during this time. So, thank you for attending the webinar. Let's collaborate. On behalf of everyone at Hostwriter, we look forward to seeing you on our platform, and we wish you all the best in your reporting during this time of crisis. Thank you.